I threw a fish into the water, but to my surprise, an orca brought it right back to me. I showed it how to eat the fish, but the orca shook its head and opened its massive mouth wide.
You want me? Put it in your mouth.
The orca nodded, so I tossed the fish in my hand into its mouth. Soon I was ready to leave, but the orca kept following me. I turned around and spotted it, waving its fins in the water. I raised my hand too. It immediately mimicked my movement and spun around in the water. Just then, the manager and trainer watched in amazement as the orca and I interacted.
Can you feed him? I can feed him.
I threw another fish into the orca's mouth. However, when the trainer brought out fish to feed it, the orca immediately dove underwater, slapped its massive tail, and splashed water all over the trainer. The trainer asked the boy to help train the orca to prevent the boss from selling. I agreed to her request. Under the trainer's guidance, I began daily training sessions with the orca. Within just a few days, I could ride on its back and even put my hand inside its mouth. When the boss saw this, he decided to arrange a performance for the orca and me. On the day of the show, children kept banging on the tank's glass, making so much noise that the orca became terrified. It screamed and charged toward the glass, scaring the audience into fleeing in all directions. The boss sent an assistant to investigate, who discovered that a bolt had come loose, but the assistant just smiled mysteriously. The failed performance left me so upset I couldn't sleep all night. I went to the aquarium alone, and the orca swam over to comfort me, but I lost control of my emotions and rudely drove it away. The orca called out toward the ocean. I climbed up the ladder to higher ground and saw many orcas in the distant sea responding to its call. Just as I turned back to look at the tank, noticed strange lights flickering in the water. I ran over and discovered someone secretly unscrewing bolts from the tank. After they left, I rushed to the basement and saw water leaking through the cracks. I immediately found the manager.
Dial's trying to collect the insurance money. Willie's worth $1 million.
$1 million?
I couldn't bear to watch the orca die.
We could take him down the bay and put him back in the water.
I never liked this job anyway.
Soon, the trainer joined our rescue team too. The manager operated a crane to lower a huge tarp into the tank. I jumped into the water, guided the orca to swim to the center of the tarp, and secured the ropes. The crane slowly lifted the orca and placed it in a truck. As we drove toward the ocean, the orca grew weaker from lack of oxygen, and I urgently pushed the driver to go faster. But just then, the boss and his men blocked the gate. The driver floored the gas pedal and charged right through. We quickly reached the shore, and the driver didn't hesitate to drive the truck straight into the sea. The rescue team desperately held back the boss's men, buying time for the orca. I jumped into the water to swim with it toward the open ocean. But the boss had already contacted fishing boats to set up nets at the exit. I immediately ran along the seawall, shouting at the top of my lungs. The orca heard my call and swam toward me. I stood on the seawall to say goodbye to it.
I miss you. Don't forget me, okay? Don't forget you.
Then the orca dove deep underwater, suddenly burst through the surface, and its massive body soared over my head, crashing heavily into the ocean on the other side of the seawall. It had finally returned to the world of freedom where it belonged.